Defecation is critical, and it's great that you are committing to this. It's one of the things that are not sexy, but really, as Nana said, is that it's essential. We all need to continue to push this, and congratulations for what you have done. Afram Plains Development Organization.
Thank you very much. I think they all deserve a round of applause. We will now move quickly into the non-competitive award. We will now move into the non-competitive awards. Before I do that, let me announce that we are live or streaming live on Joy Television. And so if you're watching us in your homes, this is a special campaign. Before I introduce those in the non-competitive award, let us watch something in the background and then we can invite. So if you're ready, technical men, let's have the next video.
Ghana loses a whopping $79 million every year due to open defecation.
Open defecation is the leading cause of cholera, diarrhea, and worm infestation, which affects children the most.
In most countries, people see sanitation as a business. In Ghana, we see it as a challenge.
Open defecation poses security and health risk for women and children, and also exposes women to predators and children to diseases and infection.
70% of all OPD cases is water and sanitation related. Stopping open defecation will therefore reduce significantly the number of cases at the outpatient department.
An open defecation-free Ghana will facilitate branding Ghana as one of the best tourist destinations in the world. We will especially support keeping our beaches from open defecation.
We will work to ensure that every school has adequate, functional, and well-maintained toilet facilities which are age, gender, and disability friendly.
The National Board for Small-Scale Industries was brought along through the Sunmark program, the sanitation and marketing program under UNICEF.
We have increased the number of ODF communities from 406, covering 6,000 people in December 2016, to 5,498, covering 820,000 people in December 2019. And most importantly, the whole of Nandom district in the Upper West region of Ghana has achieved the full status of open defecation free.
We therefore charge our district chief executives and their respective assemblies to prioritize sanitation and environmental health in their medium-term development plans and their annual action plans.
We need to make sure that we collaborate effectively with the district water and sanitation teams and developmental units of our MMDAs to promote household latrines.
So in alignment with our partners and with government organizations and with UNICEF, we will continue to work as NBSSI in our role and mandate to ensure that more businesses come out of the sanitation sector.
The Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, which is responsible for sanitation, will continue to provide the needed leadership, policy direction and coordination to ensure a faster march towards an ODF Ghana.
Let's keep our beaches clean.
An open defecation-free Ghana is a healthy Ghana.
Thank you very much. We are now moving on straight into the special non-competitive awards to be presented by some religious leaders. But what we're going to do is, there are many. So I think when we mention your name, you just give us a hi. Backstage, we'll present your certificates to you so we don't waste much time here, okay? So these are individuals, these are institutions that have contributed their quota in diverse ways to get Ghana become open defecation free, and I will take time to go through them. The first is Nandom in the Upper West region. In fact, they were the first ODF district. And for those of you that have followed the news, Nandom, are they here? Thank you very much. Congratulations.
If maybe briefly they can just come on stage so we can appreciate them and see them. Please, Nandom, please come on stage.
Gurunguru is also the first ODF area council in Gurunguru. Gurunguru, are you here?
Please come.
Bourbon chief. The Bourbon chief, is he here?
Traveled all the way from the north to come here, so please come on stage. Let's
Sanigat Elijah in Tiampong, Nanumba North.
Shall we give them a round of applause all the way from the northern parts of Ghana?
We want to salute you for the good job that you have done. We say Ayeko to you. We also have Gamma Special Awards. Do we have a rep from USAID here with us? A rep from USAID. This one goes to Beatrice Agbelenyo. Is Beatrice here? Beatrice Agbelenyo is a newly elected assembly member of Deideiman electoral area.
Let's clap for her.
Beatrice, congratulations.
Nanache, on behalf of the ambassador of USAID, I hand this over to you for the good work done. God bless you.
A round of applause.
Jane Amele Oku is a former assembly member of Menti electoral area. If Jane is here, Jane, join us. We will invite the Gamma boss to join us here to do the presentation. Engineer Asiedu, if you're here with us. Engineer Asiedu, are you here? Okay, all right.
Let's give a round of applause as the good Dr. George comes on stage. Gamma has been very, very influential in this drive and fight against open defecation, and they deserve a big round of applause, shall we, please?
Those of us in the media call him Coordinator 1.
Yes, our chairman made a remark indicating that coronavirus is yet to get to Ghana, and he's praying that it doesn't get to us. When we're talking of open defecation free, the focus has been in the north, but it's closer to you in Accra. Efforts are underway, and Madam has played a very significant role. Over 217,000 people have been provided with household toilet in Accra, and the effort continues. So congratulations for your effort. Play your part. Everybody needs to play his part. Thank you.
Thank you. Good point. Everybody needs to play their part. Thank you very much, sir.
Toilet Jama. Toilet Jama. Please respond to my call. Toilet Jama. I celebrate this award to all volunteers, selfless volunteers, and to the glory of God. Toilet Jama. Toilet Jama. One sheet, one sheet, one sheet.
Thank you very much. So we have about 30, and this time around, I'll plead with you, when we mention your name, just give us a wave, okay? And then at backstage, we will get your certificates to you. The first on the list, this is a special recognition award to individuals who have actually contributed their quota. And we would want to appreciate the work you have done. Lenason Na Demedeme, former director, Environmental Health and Sanitation Division. Yes. Is he here with us? Okay. The next is Kweku Kwansa, Deputy Director, Environmental Health Sanitation Division.
Congratulations.
Mr. Kweku Kwansa, congratulations. The next is Theodora Adomako Ajay, Extension Services Coordinator, Community Water and Sanitation. Paul Avoka is the former Director, Department of Community Development. Tony Chekpeche is the National Community-Led Total Sanitation Focal Person. Tony, congratulations. Steve Adongo is the former Regional Environmental Health Officer in the Northern Region. Francis Abochi is the former Regional Environmental Health Officer in the Volta Region. Rex Jakpa Mumuni is the former Regional Environmental Health Officer in the Northern Region. Henry Baga is the former Regional Environmental Health Officer in the Upper West Region. William Alangma is the Regional Director, Department of Community Development, Northern Region. Stella Komejro is the former Community-Led Total Sanitation Focal Person in the Volta Region. Martha Tia Ajay is the former Community-Led Total Sanitation Focal Person in the Northern Region. Dawood Ashaibu is the former Community-Led Total Sanitation Focal Person in the Northern Region. Fatih Sido is the Program Officer, Environmental Health Sanitation Department of the Northern Region. Rubin Azilaku is the former District Environmental Health Officer, KJB. Awudu Modok is the Director, Afram Plains Development Organization, Abdo. Dr. Stephen Into is the Wash Sector Consultant. Dr. Doris Date is a Communications Consultant. Emmanuel Adai is a Communications Consultant and also the convener, Media Coalition Against Open Defecation. Professor Money is a former lecturer, KNUST, KVIP Toilet Redesign. We also want to appreciate your work, Professor Esi Ewa, former lecturer, KNUST Sector Consultant. Ellen Jechi is the Program Officer, School Health Education Program, GES. Honorable Dasana is the former District Chief Executive, WA West. And then Honorable Moses Mabengba is the former Regional Minister, Northern Region. This upcoming one is a special recognition for creative agencies for their work. And we want to say, I echo to you multiple concepts.
Multiple concepts.
Creators, publicists, and Lowy, we say congratulations to all of you. Congratulations if you have been recognized. Congratulations if your work has been acknowledged. We say aiko to all of you. Coming up as a solidarity message from some NGOs.
Our dream is an open defecation-free Ghana.
An open defecation-free Ghana.
A Ghana where no child has to ever defecate in the open.
Each household has a toilet.
Every woman has dignity in their own household toilet.
A Ghana where every school has a child and disability-friendly toilet with a changing room for girls.
Every health facility has a toilet.
And there's a functioning toilet in every workplace.
Every office.
Every fitting shop.
Every salon.
Every single workplace.
Really, no one is left behind. The needs of the poorest and most vulnerable in society are met.
Remember, making Ghana open defecation free creates good businesses for us. Providing toilet, transporting of wastes, and treatment of wastes creates livelihood opportunities for many.
We need to go all the way and ensure safe treatment to say we are truly ODF.
Imagine our drinking water free of fecal contamination.
Or our TZ and our yo-yo free of fecal matter.
We can do it district by district.
The key is strong institutional systems and political leadership.
Together,
we can achieve and sustain
an open defecation-free Ghana.
Yes, we can.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that we're live on Joy TV.
Thank you very much. If we have the local government ministry here with us, we will take an address. Is the local government ministry here with us? Good. Let us welcome the Deputy Minister for the Local Government Ministry and Rural Development.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nana Chairman, colleague ministers of state and members of parliament, development partners, heads of ministries, departments and agencies, honorable MMDCs, Nime, Name, religious institutions here present, civil society organizations, our partners from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to be part of the launch of the Partnership for Open Defecation Free here in Ghana. This event is indeed a sign of reaffirmation of our commitment to address the root causes of open defecation, which has been in existence for quite some time. It is important to note that a number of sensitization programs are being carried out to educate the populace on the need to stop open defecation in the country. The ministry is proud to be associated with the Ghana Goals ODF agenda, which is in line with the Sustainable Development Goals on Sanitation, that's SDG 6, which aims to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all by 2030. It is exciting to note that open defecation-free measures have been integrated in the metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies. MMDAs are better placed to assist in addressing the menace of open defecation through local level mechanisms, such as close monitoring interventions and citizen engagements, as well as the mobilization of resources to support policy implementation. Nana Chairman, the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development has integrated open defecation-free agenda as an indicator in the District Assembly's performance assessment tool, otherwise called DPAT, which is conducted annually to enable the MMDAs access the District Assembly's Common Fund Response Factor grant. This grant is co-funded by our development partners and the government of Ghana. We wish to encourage the MMDAs to enact, gazette, and enforce the sanitation bylaws without fear or favor in order to achieve the SDG targets on sanitation. And now, Chairman, we wish to entreat the MMDAs to make use of the Assembly's substructures in championing the ODF agenda. I would appeal to the Metropolitan, Municipal, and District Chief Executives to adopt the following measures towards implementation of the ODF interventions in their respective jurisdictions. 1, make the attainment of the district-wide ODF a standing agenda for the executive committees of the Assembly and, for that matter, the quarterly general assemblies of the assemblies. Task the Social Services Subcommittee to adopt ODF agenda as a key initiative and also encourage the micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises and the development subcommittees of the assemblies to be actively engaged in the promotion of sanitation marketing, as it holds the key for ensuring that the demand created through community-led total sanitation and other campaigns are met. And finally, Assembly members must work to ensure that their electoral areas are declared open defecation free by working with the established natural leader networks. And now, Chairman, let me use this opportunity to call on the MMDAs to set aside a percentage of their internally generated funds in the implementation of ODF programs. I commend those MMDAs contributing immensely to the ODF agenda. Information reaching us indicates that some MMDAs have made commitments to provide motorbikes, computers, mobile phones, and fuel to facilitate the work of the district sanitation teams. This is commendable and worth emulating by all others. I want to congratulate Nandon District for being a model ODF district in Ghana. We wish to charge other MMDAs to emulate the examples of the Nandon District Assembly by prioritizing sanitation initiatives and provide adequate resources to deliver on that particular mandate. Now, Chairman, we are aware of the support our development partners give to the environmental health and sanitation units and the departments of community development to promote behavioral change communication on open defecation free in Ghana. The ministry would like to extend a special commendation to our development partners that have used the local government structures in implementing ODF projects. And actually, before I end, just as we were discussing, it looks like all the examples that we have seen here this morning are from the northern part of the country. But does it tell us that we don't have this problem in other parts of Ghana? Some of us think that we have an equal challenge in that particular area in some of the even more endowed areas, like in Accra, like in Sekondi. And so perhaps we need to do a refocusing and look at some of those areas and see what we can also do to bring them on board. I'm aware that in Greater Accra, Gama is doing a lot of work to try and provide toilet facilities. But I think we still have a long way to go because we know what happens along our beaches, and we need to be able to work on those areas as well. So I would like to commend the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources for the collaborative work being done with our ministry and MMDAs in the fight against open defecation. We also appeal to all stakeholders, all other stakeholders, including traditional authorities, private organizations, the media, civil society organizations, and individuals to get on board to address the menace of open defecation that have bedeviled our communities. On that note, I want to thank you, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ajay Boateng. Please, let's give him another round of applause. The Deputy Minister, Local Government and Rural Development, and also Member of Parliament for New Drabin North. We will take another solidarity message from our development partners. It's a very brief one, and then we will also award some special school children. When we're done, we will go for our call to action, and we will invite little Nakiat Dramani, who will come and share with us her perspective, and then the chair will come upstage to launch the partnership that I spoke about earlier. So let's go for our solidarity message. And let me also use the opportunity to welcome the Dutch ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Roland Stryker. Can we have the solidarity message?
UNICEF commends the government of Ghana for its accomplishments so far towards a healthier and cleaner environment for children and their families. Ghana has made steady progress. For example, in the regions of the north, the open defecation rate has dropped by about 20%. This said, today in Ghana, over half of the improved drinking water sources are still contaminated with fecal matter. This has serious health consequences. It's therefore critical for everyone to step up efforts and adopt adequate sanitation and hygiene practices. Each household should have, and everyone should use toilets. It's a priority for Ghana. It's a right, a question of dignity and equity. We have a common vision of a clean country, Ghana, that everybody is proud of. Let's accelerate progress towards the Sustainable Development Goal on sanitation, leaving no child and no one behind. Let's eliminate open defecation once and for all. Let's make sure that every child and every family has access to a clean, safe, and healthy environment.
I want to take this opportunity to commend the government of Ghana for creating a Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, which shows its commitment towards improving sanitation in Ghana. Specifically for Ghana, WHO has supported capacity building efforts in WASH and more recently in water safety planning. WHO was also part of the joint UN WASH program in disaster-prone communities in Ghana, where we contributed to behavior change, communication, sanitation materials for schools. WHO will also continue to strengthen the WASH component in health facilities through quality of care initiatives in health facilities, linking to maternal, newborn, and child health initiatives in the country, and we'll also continue to support tracking of financing in WASH through the WASH Track Fin.
Through the community-led total sanitation approach and in partnership with local authorities, USAID has facilitated the construction of nearly 33,000 household latrines across the country between 2015 and 2019. We've also supported the construction of 300 latrines in various schools and hospitals so that students and patients can also access basic sanitation services. USAID also partnered with a Ghanaian company to manufacture the Dignilu, an innovative and strong plastic latrine, which is simple to install, affordable, comfortable, and easy to clean. It is 80% cheaper than other latrines. This led to over 1,000 communities achieving open defecation-free status across the country. We applaud these communities for their achievements. We are committed to continue supporting the government of Ghana to reach the Sustainable Development Goals 6.2, related to achieving access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all, and ending open defecation.
Every citizen of this country should have access to safe and clean drinking water and to decent sanitation facilities. This is clearly the agenda of the government of Ghana, and the Netherlands is, with other development and private sector partners, fully committed to support this agenda. Within our WASH program, which is being implemented now for some years, hundreds of thousands of Ghanaians indeed got access to safe and clean drinking water and better sanitation facilities. This has improved the quality of their lives. That is a huge achievement, but at the same time we know that we still have to make miles to get forward. So we are committed to continue our common efforts to make life better for all.
Thank you very much. My colleague Nanaba will join me here. I mentioned that we're going to award some school children, and she will take care of that. So let's give ourselves a round of applause again.
Thank you. As we mentioned earlier, this campaign has been for everybody. The children have been involved, adults have been involved. And we had a competition about 2 years ago where children wrote stories about how to stop open defecation. Some did drawings, some wrote poems, and we selected 10 winners from across the country. 4 of them are here today. We've already presented the first 6 awards to those who won in the northern region. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause as I mention the children's names and they stand up and give us a wave. John Ajiman, Adan West, he came in 3rd. John Ajiman. Raliatu Adamu, Accra Metro, she was 4th. Emmanuel Otu from Kotobabi GHS, he was 6th. And then we have Emanuela Boche. Emanuela was in class 1 when she did a very beautiful drawing. I think I have it here. Emanuela did a beautiful drawing when she was in class 1, and this gave her the 10th position for a class 1 student. That was really, really good. Let's clap for Emanuela. I'm trying to get the, that's if you can even see it from here. So that's Emanuela's drawing, and it shows people defecating into a river. Let's give her a round of applause. So the children did very well. What we did as part of the campaign was we wrote 6 different storybooks, which we produced. And in each of the storybooks, we tried to feature some of the works that the children had done so that at least they can see their works being published. And I think this is very good. Let's give all the children a round of applause. Thank you.
And we hope that other schools would also emulate this. So once again, we say congratulations to these young children. Let's clap for them again. Let us now invite Bibi Groma, if they are in the house. Please give us your rendition. Bibi Groma.
Every effort to keep it at bay seems not to have yielded any significant result. Let us come together and uproot it.
Contamination of our water body is soaring by the day. Contamination of our vegetables knows no bounds. Contamination of our fingers is on the ascendant, all because of open defecation. Let us come together and uproot it. Typhoid, cholera, dysentery, diarrhea, stealing our smiles, stealing our lives, all because of open defecation. Let us come together and uproot it now.
Oh yes, Ghana goes ODF. I know exactly what to do. Let them look for money and provide a toilet for every household. People are poor and need to provide. They need to support. Let us get to work. About 20% of the nations have access to basic sanitation. Meaning we need to cater for the 80% of our population. And with the current population about 10 million people, and with an average household of 5, this means that we need over 4 million improved toilets. But this is what other options we have.
My honorable here says government should provide toilet facilities for all. By the way, that calls for the government to set aside over 6 billion Ghana cedis, assuming it toilets for 1,500. That is a full 1 billion for toilets for Ghana.
What? All that money just for toilet? Where are they going to get the money for the city?
Hold on, sorry, my sister. There is a match result. Let us
tell us.
Have you heard about sanitation marketing?
Sanitation market.
In just 2 years, local artisans right here in Ghana have constructed over 70,000 household toilets through the CLTS and other campaigns such as Jama, Washing, and Urban Sanitation. With the massive change in CLTS and other campaigns, business is now flowing. Wow. This is what we call local economic development. Mr. Honorable, if you want to know more, let's go to the National Board for Small Scale Industry and find out.
Surely not everyone can afford to purchase the toilet. This I know is a reality. But the poor also deserve to have the toilet. Now it's all markets to provide toilets for those who can afford. And support for the poor and who discuss the market. I just got a copy of the guidelines. Please make yourself familiar with this one. And don't go making profit if you cannot. Now that I have toilet at home, I now need one in school. And not only for me, but for all the 30% of schools that have no toilet in Ghana today. Only then can we stop poverty out of Ghana.
We are not done yet. Remember how the largest open defecation was happening right here in Accra at Lavender Hill? Well, it is still happening in several districts in Ghana. But can we say we are all here when our fecal waste is discharged to the open without treatment? My brother, open defecation here, open defecation everywhere. You are just transferring the problem from one area to another.
Listen, this is why we need to come together and put our shoulders to the wheel and tackle this menace with a united front. Come, brothers and sisters, come. Let us complement each other's approach to open defecation so that together we can put an end to this. Together, let us fail. Together, let us fail.
our motherland. And this is what drama does. It paints the picture in a better way. We want to thank you, Ebibi Groma. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. They have said it all. The experts will tell you that we lose $290 million to poor sanitation each year, and open defecation alone costs Ghana $79 million each year. I will crave your indulgence, Nana Chair, to now invite the Dutch ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Ronald Stryker. We take a message from him. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, traditional leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the international community, you can see me but can hardly see you, because I am, if I'm looking like a little bit and a strange rabbit, it is because the light's shining in my eyes. So I offer you my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for that. But I'll be very short. I'm very happy to be here. Sorry for being a bit late, because I had to attend to another very important event, which was presided over by the Second Lady of the Republic. Thank you for dimming the lights a little bit. Thank you very much. But I'm very happy to be here because, as I said, the Netherlands, and I think it was said before, the Netherlands is pleased to be part of this campaign, and we are also very happy, of course, to be represented this morning to take part in the handing out the awards. Because I think the fight, of course, against open defecation in this country is worth it. It is very important. There is nothing I have to say anymore to underline that, because others, I think, have spelled this out very clearly. I like the word that the use of toilets should be the accepted norm, of course, in this country. And I think it is the accepted norm in this country, but of course we have to make this into a reality on the ground as well. That is, I think, our job. Of course, we, the Netherlands, are also very happy to be part of the improvement of access to basic sanitation in this country, in all communities, whether in the north, the south, the east or the west. And of course we have been doing that for a couple of years now with our WASH program and within our WASH program. And we have always focused on the enhancement of public-private ship. We know that sanitation facilities, of course, that cost a lot of money. You start always in many facilities with public money, but public money, of course, is short. You should also try to involve the private sector, private money from companies, but of course also from households themselves. If people want to buy, want to construct a toilet, that's a very good start, and then of course help can start. I would like to mention one example which I have visited in person quite a lot, and that is the project which was funded by the Netherlands but implemented by UNICEF and its Ghanaian parties, and in particular with the municipalities of Ho, Ashaiman and Tamale. In the last 2 years or so, they have been able to construct over 23,000 household toilets. And I know that other partners are doing this as well. We have had, of course, the presentation of USAID and others this morning. But this was, in my view, a particular result, a very good result, and a particularly good performance. The target was 21,000, but we exceeded this target at the 31st of December 2019. And where we should give maybe one hooray to the Netherlands for funding this program, That's only one. We should maybe give 2 hoorays to UNICEF for being the best United Nations organization and the best implementing partner I have ever seen. Unclear, the compliment is to you, UNICEF. But, ladies and gentlemen, 3 hoorays. 3 hoorays go to the municipalities of Ho, Ashaiman and Tamale, and in particular to their mayors. And I tell you why. If we look at the statistics, as we did, I think 10 days ago in the office of UNICEF, it became clear that over a time period of, let's say, 30 months, during which, of course, the project was already going on, it had started, and the number of toilet construction went up, you saw the numbers really go up when the mayors of these municipalities started with a sort of moratorium. They said the bylaws of this municipality foresee in you as a house owner being obliged to constructing a toilet in your house. It should have been there anyways. You should make it right now. Officially, you're going to get a penalty unless you do it in the next 6 months. And then the numbers started going up very steeply. So I think here law enforcement, and not so much the funding coming from us, and even not so much maybe the very good work of the implementing party, UNICEF, but it is the law enforcement of the Ghanaian municipalities, Ho, Ashaiman and Tamale, the role and the courageous role of the mayors, which was the defining factor of success for this project. So I commend once again, of course, the municipalities that I've just mentioned. They did a fantastic job. And yes, 3 hoorays and applause from you. Thank you very much. Of course, let me also say the progress that has been made, of course, in policy and activities, of course, of the government of Ghana, the creation of the special Ministry of Water and Sanitation, or Sanitation and Water Resources, I think it is. That is, of course, a sign of the determination of the Ghanaian government to move forward in this area, and of course, and to make sure that, of course, Ghana is open, defecation-free in 2030, and that, of course, the majority in this country have a toilet, and that the numbers that we have seen are very different. And don't think, I was surprised to learn on my field visits that also there it is, for construction of a toilet, it is not always the plan or the funding available which is the determining factor. It is, in the end, it is the determination of the household owner to want one, yes or no. When we asked questions to individual people in Tamale, in Ho and Ashaiman, did you use the urban sanitation fund that we have opened more than a year ago, which provide loans, let's say, to up 3,000 to 4,000 cities to be paid back in 12 months for construction of a toilet? Some of them said yes, but others said, no, I didn't need the loan. I wanted to have the toilet, so I went, of course, to the contractors and to the artisans, and they started making it. I was able to gather the money myself. So the loan is nice, but I think the will and the intention of the Ghanaian household owner, I think, is much more important. And that, of course, will also be the determinant factor upward to 2030. Now, in 2030, I hope that we have achieved a lot, that we have come very close or achieved, of course, the SDG 6.2. And until that time, I hope that the Netherlands will remain, of course, a committed partner to Ghana with others to achieve that goal. In other words, we should be able to say, in terms of sanitation and ODF in 2030, the good news has come, where indeed open, defecation-free, Asim Papa Bimante, oye, oye, oye. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Dutch Ambassador to Ghana. Thank you, thank you. Let's give him a round of applause again. Osi wati asempapa na oye, right? Good. So we need to carry the message across. Nana Chair, I would crave your indulgence to do some slight changes to the program because Honorable Patrick Yaobuama has an equally important assignment in Parliament. So we will take his keynote address and then we will continue. I hope I have your blessing. Let us welcome the Deputy Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Honorable Patrick Yaobuama. He's also the Member of Parliament for Okaikwe Central. We will take his keynote address and then we will move on with the rest of the program.
Thank you, MC. Nana Chairman, Honorable Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Chiefs and Queen Mothers, our development partners, heads of institutions, the media, distinguished guests, and the champions gathered here this morning. Good morning to you all. It's a privileged opportunity for me to be part of the Open Defecation Free Ghana campaign event. This initiative by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana, the Minister, Honorable Cecilia Abnadapa, who would have loved to be part of this important program, but has to represent the President in the Scandinavian part of the world as a special envoy to Europe. She extends her warmest regards to you all. Nana Chairman, the ODEF Ghana campaign was designed as an integral part of the Clean Ghana campaign, which was launched by the President of Ghana in November 2017, with a focus on 3 key behaviors: open defecation, littering, and open urination. This event is the last of 6 advocacy events geared towards rallying influential Ghanaians and the general public around the Open Defecation Ghana agenda. It must be emphasized that the elimination of open defecation is a global agenda outlined in SDG 6.2, which seeks to, by 2030, achieve access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all, and end open defecation, paying special attention to the needs of women and girls and those in the vulnerable situation. Nana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, the other side of this campaign is the opportunity it provides for economic development. Whilst we have not done the computation for Ghana yet, we are already set and seen the potential in the sanitation market's contribution to the national economy through the activities of the National Board for Small-Scale Industries with micro, small, and medium enterprises in sanitation. Over 1,000 artisans and women entrepreneurs have established businesses in the latrine construction and material supplies, as well as soap making and hand washing promotion, creating a source of livelihood for themselves. The scale-up of sanitation marketing intervention response to this campaign promises to help in the local economic development. Nana Chairman, whilst government is taking the lead in this effort, tackling ODF should not be seen as a government-alone program. It should be taken as a collective national responsibility by every citizen. Nana Chairman, beyond household having toilets, we are also looking at institutions, workplaces, and public places having clean, accessible toilets for use. It is in this vein that news of the Pentecost Church supporting police post in Tatale with a toilet facility is very welcome. We encourage more of such interventions and request that a comprehensive approach be adopted, including behavioral and social change programs for the establishment of the right social norms. It is for this reason that we are proud to acknowledge the efforts of the over 66 champions supporting the campaign out of their own resources. We also salute groups like the Media Coalition Against Open Defecation and the various development partners, CSOs, and watch sector organizations who are also helping us to address these issues. Nana Chairman, the schools remain a significant avenue for the behavior and social change program on ODF. Our goal is to catch the children young and through this campaign, grow a generation of Ghanaians who do not know about open defecation, thereby breaking the cycle of ODF in our country. Nana Chairman, we as the lead campaign ministry is committed, among other things, in reviewing the sanitation policy, institutional and regulatory framework, developing a roadmap of achieving ODF, establishing an ODF Ghana campaign as a national flagship program involving all ministries, departments, and agencies, scaling up the basic sanitation information system nationwide to provide regular monitoring data across the country. Nana Chairman, we applaud the measures like the district sanitation league tables, which have generated immense success in the regions where they have been implemented. And would like to announce that a national league table system will be rolled out soon for such districts and constituencies. The first edition is expected to be launched in 2021 to herald the implementation of the action plan for an ODF Ghana. Whilst recognizing the need for an ODF Ghana, we would like to emphasize the need for communities to move beyond ODF to achieve sanitized levels where a clean community sanitation needs a disposable of solid and liquid waste have been historically addressed. Nana Chair, let me indulge you by providing some basic data on the number of ODF communities. In 2012, we had 69 communities. In 2013, we had 85. In 2014, we had 230. In 2015, we went up to 300. In 2016, it went to 506. In 2017, when the current administration took over, it went from 506 to 1,375. In 2018, it shot up to 3,212. In 2019, it went up to 5,498. It tells you the effort and the seriousness of this present administration in the fight against ODF. Nana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, before I resume my seat, may I thank you all for gracing the event and showing commitment to our shared cause. We seek partnership for an ODF Ghana in which all citizens of Ghana play a major part, as well as the private sector, all ministries, departments and agencies, and development partners. May God bless us all and help us achieve our objectives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Patrick Yaobuama, Member of Parliament for Kaikwe Central and Deputy Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources. Please, let's give him a round of applause. So indeed, we have seen some significant achievement in that regard, and we must clap for ourselves, development partners, individual champions, local champions, and all. Once again, we say Ayeko to all of you. Time for us to go for our call to action. And we have some footage to show, right after which we will invite little Nakiat Dramani to join us here. If we are ready, we can go.
The Open Defecation Free Ghana campaign is a call for all and sundry, politicians, DCEs, chiefs, religious leaders, business executives, ordinary people and children to join the campaign to encourage people to stop open defecation. People across Ghana are speaking up.
In the past, we used to go to forest, though we have public toilets in our area. When you are pregnant, you are prone to so many infections. So using the public toilet wasn't that hygienic for me. So that was why I prefer the bush. You go there, the place is not that really safe. Sometimes you don't even have your privacy. You will squat there and then you just turn around and then the next thing, a man is squatting just at your back. We are beneficiaries of basic sanitation funds. Now that we have our own toilets, it's convenient to us. We have our privacy and we are safe. I encourage more NGOs to also come out with those initiatives. If that happens, the whole of the regions in Ghana will be open defecation free.
The chief of Bubong is one of the many chiefs speaking up across Ghana.
In Bubong in the past, there was open defecation everywhere. There were just a few toilets in the community. We also have a big market. So people from Accra, Kumasi, Yendi, Tamale, everybody gathered here. And there weren't toilet facilities around. So the bushes, spaces in between houses, you know, people defecated everywhere. We all met as a community. We gave everybody 6 months to construct a toilet. 6 months down the line, all those who didn't build toilets were summoned to the palace and they were penalized. We also got a team that went around the bushes, especially during market days. If you are found defecating, you were arrested and then we surcharge you. The markets, what happened was that we sectionalized it into about 3-4 groups. So people within the community built much bigger toilets so that people could go there during market days. And then luckily there was a program being run by the district administration, UNICEF. They provided a lot more insight education, technical support that helped a lot to achieve open defecation free. I encourage all traditional rulers to take it upon themselves to ensure that the bylaws on sanitation that has been set should be implemented to the letter. We should also encourage people who have a lot more knowledge about sanitation to come into our communities and educate our people on how to manage their sanitation problems.
Honorable Catherine Lankono, DCE of Nadoli Kalio in the Upper West region, is one of the many DCEs leading the campaign to get communities ODF.
We have 141 communities in the Nadoli Kalio district, and out of that we have 115 that are ODF. ODF is an environmental issue, and so I've taken it as a personal project. I frequently visit the communities with the DEHO and the officers in charge of the CLTS. There was one outstanding issue which I was told about, and I personally intervened together with the chiefs and people. At a point, I even told them that they wanted me to come and wear my jeans and t-shirts and we'll build it together. I will come and do that. I think that motivated them, the fact that they saw that I was very interested in it. The person that was pulling the legs of the entire electoral area did what he was supposed to do, and it was declared ODF. I want to appeal to all and sundry, anybody that is of a position to influence others, to encourage each and every one of us to let our citizens appreciate that institutional toilets and latrines are for institutions, and that if you are building your home or if you already have a home, you know that you have a kitchen, let us add a latrine to it so that we have one household, one latrine.
The role of religious leaders cannot be overemphasized.
You cannot stand before God when you are not clean. It's time for us to walk the talk, to put all what we are learning in the mosques, in the churches, in the Bible, in the Quran, to practical. And secondly, every house, we should make sure that there should be a toilet. By doing so, we'll do away with so many sicknesses that we spend a lot of money in the hospital, and then so that we can have ODF.
I want to call on the president, our ministers, parliamentarians, chiefs, ministers of the gospel, parents, friends, colleagues, everybody to join in the open defecation free campaign so that we'll have a community that is free from sicknesses, will be free from diseases, and then we'll have a healthy community.
The call is out for all and sundry to join the campaign to get Ghana open defecation free.
Indeed, it is our call to action, and it speaks volumes. All of us, media partners, development partners, religious bodies, we all have a role to play. At this juncture, we will invite our little friend to join us.
When we started this campaign, I think from the journey video, we had a main campaign slogan which was Jai and Fatal. Stop open defecation. It doesn't suit you. But then for the children, we had a different message. We went round to schools, to communities, spoke to children, and our main campaign message was be a sharp kid. If you look in my t-shirt, I have that in, and that is the message we sent to the children, be a sharp kid. And then they had something that they used to say. When you say one home, and then they'll respond, one toilet. One home. Thank you. Children are influencers. They know what they want, especially for the children these days who are educated. They understand the dangers of open defecation. And many, many children have influenced their communities to become open defecation free. An example was in Lakaldo community when a young man used stories and songs to influence his community to become open defecation free. He's now in the University of Cape Coast. Ebenezer, he's supposed to be here today. I don't know if he came. Ebenezer, he's not here. Another child who has been very, very influential is Nakiat Dramani. She's the winner of TV3's Talented Kids Season 10. And she has a poem for us, This is Home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Nakiat. A bigger round of applause while she gets on stage. Wow. Let's clap for her, clap for her. Out of it.
Good morning, my beautiful audience. My name is Nakia Dramani-san. And today, I am here to give you a poem entitled, Our Home. I tend to look around me. All I see is filth. I try hard to stand on tiptoe, hoping to see better. But how do I see even further? I see filth. Feces in the open. Dirty fingers, contaminated with something. Choked up gutters, choked with what? Choked with plastic bags as containers for something. Polluted water, polluted with what? Your guess is good as mine. Is this what the future holds for me? I ask myself. Is this the menace I will have to live with? When old and young, poor and rich, have no regard for our health and dignity. When open defecation is the order of the day, and cholera and diarrhea are the painful result we will have to deal with. When I sit in my father's plush car and I worry him for food or drink in traffic, isn't it possible I'll be buying fecally contaminated food or drink, which can lead to diarrhea and eventually the unthinkable? Think about it. I am at high risk, and so you are. Please, let me let you in on something. Did you know that diarrhea disease is the second leading cause of death in children under 5 years old? It causes an annual mortality in 760,000 children because of the menace of open defecation. The bush is not a toilet. The river is not a toilet. The gutter is not a toilet. The beach is not a toilet. The blood polythene you defecate in and throw away like a shooting bomb is not a toilet. Every home must have a toilet. Every school must have a toilet. Every hospital must have toilets. Open defecation anywhere is open defecation everywhere. Please, this is home, so we must make a difference. Spread the word, take action, do your part, and let's stop open defecation now. Jai and Fatao, Ame, Missy, Jai, na on Fatao, crack.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think she deserves an ovation. She deserves an ovation. Let's do it for her.
She deserves an ovation. Let's clap for her.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, dear. Jai and Fatal. That was beautiful. This indeed is home.
Let us do it for her again. Thank you so much, little Nakiat Dramani.